next we have Aaron Twomley from the Department of Energy, who's going to talk about the Clean Collection, which is an existing platform for educational resources that is constantly evolving and growing.
Good afternoon. Let's try that again. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Great. My name is Erin Twomley, and I support Department of Energy in the Office of Energy Efficiency and Renewable Energy. Energy is excited to be here today to make sure that it's part of the conversation as we move forward to finding climate change solutions. You heard a little bit about our work today with Science on the Sphere, which is the release of new data sets to help educators, teachers, students, and the public learn about resources like geothermal, solar, and wind. And you also heard that that was led by a student, and that student is actually here today. He's a college intern, so I want us to take a moment to recognize him, Paul Fong Savan, and he's standing over here. Paul, if you want to say hello. So for all the students out there, it's important for you to recognize that a lot of this work that's getting announced today happens because of students and educators like you that are here. But I'm going to focus a little bit on one partnership that we have with NOAA and the National Science Foundation for CLEAN, the Climate Literacy and Energy Awareness Network. By a show of hands, have any of you ever heard of CLEAN? Okay, great. So some of you might be familiar with this awesome resource that we have, and that consists of three main components. The first is a clean collection of over peer-reviewed 600 lessons and activities. So for all the educators in the room who are trying to figure out how do I bring climate and energy into my classroom, this is a great resource that will provide you access to videos, visualizations, and activities. The second piece of CLEAN is guidance for helping you teach about energy and climate based in literacy frameworks that I'll touch on in a moment. And the third piece is that there's a CLEAN community, a network of stakeholders, educators, and experts that convene on a weekly basis to help drive climate and energy topics forward. So I mentioned those climate and energy literacy frameworks, and if you're not familiar with them, I have many of them here today. These are two of them. One is climate literacy and one is energy literacy. These frameworks are intended for you educators to be equipped to teach climate and energy in your classroom. They're meant to be guiding documents that identify principles for all people to know and understand about climate and energy. These frameworks were approved by the 13 federal agencies that make up the U.S. Global Change Research Program. And on CLEAN, you can find these resources and principles. But as an educator myself, I often struggle with, how do I take something like this, a document, and put it into action? And CLEAN allows you to do that through its CLEAN collection. So all of those resources I mentioned earlier that are peer-reviewed are searchable online. You can search by grade level, you can search by specific energy and climate topics, you can search by geographical focus areas, or those energy and climate principles. So take a look at that website today. This is what it looks like when you search the website. It provides you with a listing of resources and all the elements you need to teach about climate and energy in your classroom. To help us stay connected with educators, we're constantly working on adding new resources and tagging activities and lessons to energy, expanding the CLEAN community, and assessing the needs of our stakeholders. So please, share your feedback, check out cleannet.org, suggest new resources that we could be adding to CLEAN, be a peer reviewer, join the CLEAN network, or just visit the website cleannet.org to get started. Thank you.